White City by DK Tec Creators. Part 7, Bags 7. So hello and welcome to Square Ghost, this being part 7, bag 7 of DK Tec Creators White City, a Lord of the Rings build. And without further ado, you can see what we've done. We've added to the top, we've made up this top cliff section and it looks quite good. I think, you know, when you come back, or if I zoom out, you can see where we're going. Next part, not going too far forward, I think will be pretty similar. But we have had problems with this build. Bringing this together, it's not exactly square, so bringing things to sit correctly, you can see there with the slope brick, it's very hard to push that down and keep everything in line. Now I'm going to turn the set around in a minute and show you some more things about this set. So I'm going to stop the filming because I don't want it to fall apart. So let's get into the nitty gritty. You can see here, now look at that. It is absolutely diabolical. Now obviously the two pieces are supposed to push together, and I can hear everybody screaming saying, well Kev, just push it together. It don't work that way. If you push from the top's going to come up and everything's going to come off that way. If you push up from the bottom, obviously everything's going to come this way. So it's not worth the hassle. Luckily it's behind, so you can't really see it as such, but stress wise it was a little bit of a nightmare. The actual build itself was okay. I'll turn it around a bit more in a minute and show you, but you can just see, if I do that, you can see how I hope it just comes across. We've got the little building that I'll show you in a minute, but now I'm just going to turn it flat on. So there you are, I've given it the right old turn round. And so like I was saying, there's various problems with how this set closes up. Again, please feel free to drop in the comments. If you just think this is me, that's fine. And I suppose in many ways there's a chance it could be me, but I don't see what else I could have done. Perhaps you can, like I say, don't be afraid to drop in the comments and say, okay, blah 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 blah. Fair enough. Anything to make me better, like I say, I always appreciate it. But I I've really tried with this section here. The same with this section across. You can see it's seated, but it's not seated properly, and that's because it's not really square. There's a slight twist, bend. I know the set, it's not what I call a flat back, or it's not flat backed enough. My next gripe, and as you can see this is a gripey video, is this one here. Originally that plate is on absolutely flat, but when you add this piece on, it knocks it off. By putting this piece down, you cannot get that piece onto the pins correctly. It won't push back, otherwise it lifts the plate up. You can see where I'm coming from, I hope. Now, not really good, but like I say, it's on, it looks okay. You're not really gonna see the back and scrutinise it to death. Yes, when we do the final review, you know, when it all lights up, fair enough. But then, like I say, so we've gone across, we built up, we built the lovely little house that you can see there with the little flowers, little rings, absolutely brilliantly there. And of course we finished off the top part of the tower. Now I'm pretty sure there's going to be another small little part on top here. I don't think it'll be too massively big, or I can't see it being too massively big, but we'll just have to wait and see. You can see, I hope you've got the sword, you've got the flames, everything's looking pretty good. And as I say, it's okay, shall we say. So I will just turn it round again just so as you can see it from the front. So yeah, we've got our, like I say, our mountain cliffside is up, it's in nearly in one piece and it's okay. I'm not gonna, like I say, no gripes. And then as I say, we will continue on with that the next time. So without further ado, I will hand you over to myself again, and you'll see as we do the build techniques what happens where, and the goods and the bads. Hello and welcome to Square Ghost, this being part 7 of DK Tec's White City, a Lord of the Rings build as said. And we've been building up again this side. I hope you can see there everything's okay-ish. We've now come to a piece of the build here, and that's fine. It's quite fragile. It's the most fragile piece I've had so far in the set. Now it sits on here. I hope you can just about see that little slope there, yeah, right at the edge. Now this slides into that position. It's gonna be interesting to see. Not that it'll fit, I don't have a problem with it fitting at all, but this is fragile. Now obviously we have to press to connect down on this piece here, which is fine, I expect, but I'm building it because part of me is expecting cascade, if I'm telling the truth. But I wanted to show you where we were, I wanted to show you what we built. Let's see what happens. Well, let me just say, well, and I hope these videos don't run too long, but I just want to say something. The piece that I had to fit in, I had immense troubles. It was absolute nightmare, and I deconstructed, put it back together again, it still didn't fit. I deconstructed, it still didn't fit. I went away for 5 minutes to talk to Jill, my wife, you know, control out. Sometimes she said to me before, a good little thing is if you get stuck, if something doesn't seem right, step away, even the next day, then come back and have a look. I did exactly that, as I've just said. I came back, looked at the plans, and I thought, what a plonker. Basically what I was doing is this particular piece, I was trying to put one step back, and of course it wasn't going to go. As soon as I realised that, brought it the one forward, everything across the top here fitted in, slipped in, click into place, absolutely all right. So again, the plans do show you. I think sometimes, I mean, this isn't where we are now, but I'm just showing you a thing here. Sometimes I think those arrow things are deceptive because they might go further down to where you think, or you might think they're pointing in a different place. And I think that's what threw me here. But in all honesty, it doesn't matter now. It's on, it's up, and it's solid, and it's nice. It's a nice place for me to leave it tonight. I'm going to relax. We're about halfway through part 7, which is the penultimate part, and I think now we're about to start to build up that turret. But I just wanted to show you, you know, I am not a master builder. I always hold my hands up and say that. I just enjoy building. All right, we worked it out in the end and everything's together, which is super. But look at those plans. If nothing doesn't work right, step away, come back and have another go. Right, let's get on with it. So as I said, we're building up a little bit of our tower that's going to go on here, and as you can see, we've built up little blocks, little pieces, little standalone pieces with tiles on, like a little window frame, not a door, all the way around. You've got the connector X-axis, and now we have a roof to put on, and that is really why I've showed you the both. We're going to put that on top, and then I believe we continue building. So I hope you can see it's on, and you can just about see the sword in the background. Look at that. And I'm pretty sure when the light's on at the bottom it'll look, whether it'll shine through, I don't know. We'll wait and we'll see. We'll have a look around the front later, but I just wanted to show you that it is connected, it is on, it's gone on okay. A little bit tentative to push at first, but I've done exactly what it says in the book, and to be honest it went on okay. So right, without further ado, let's carry on that build. And there is part 7, as you can see, done. So we basically, as you can see, is just built up round, little thing on the top and across there. So you can just basically see we've had a few problems, but I'll come to that. Well, you'll have already seen by the start of this video where I've pointed them out, but basically things don't come together and you can't actually get them together, because if you push that down you're bringing that back up. So that's as best as I can possibly get it. Same with this one here. If you can't actually push it straight into where it is, because the bottom plate hides the pins and it actually pushes on, but it's on and that's it, it's okay. I'm not moaning at all, I'm not growling I should say. But there you have it, it's like all in one piece, as you can see, just about. And we've only got one bag left to do, which is bag 8, which is definitely going to be the build up of this side, and I do really hope it's going to be easier than this side. Anyway, with that, if you've enjoyed this little video, then please give us a thumbs up, hit that like button for me, always nice for me and the channel. Please don't be afraid to drop a few comments in the box. You can definitely talk to me about this gap here. You can say, you know, leave your comments. I can't push that down without pulling either way. If I go that way down, obviously this is going to come off. If I go that way up, it's going to come off the bottom pallet. So you can see where I'm coming from. Either way is a no-win situation. It looks okay. I'm going to leave it with that. I'm not going to moan, as I say. And if anybody wants to follow on next time to the next part, the last part, which is part 8, then all you have to do is click on that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And with that, you know the normal spiel that comes now. Anybody who's watched this, as I say to any of my other normal videos, thank you very, very much for watching, and I do hope that we'll see you next time for this continuing and final build of DK Tec Creators White City, a Lord of the Rings build. You know the score, you know the drill. My name's Kev, I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side.